Actually, I didn't think I was having any problems. I thought I was living life just grand, and most of my life, including what I carried into our relationship, was a part of what I grew up with my parents.
John and I started out like a couple that had it all together. We had bought a house. We were not living beyond our means. We're in a nice community. Kids were going to school, 2 kids. And I'd grown up with parents who now have been married 65 years, completely happy, completely trust each other. John and I experienced a financial setback with our jobs. I think that was the beginning of a lot of our problems with each other. Of course, there were secrets of the marriage that I didn't know about, and I was pretty well blindsided. John ended up having an affair.
I had completely rationalized the entire affair. Never really worked through the problem. Another 7 years went by.
The kids were 8 and 10 when I moved out and decided that it wasn't working. We had attempted counseling. Basically, you know, her advice was, you need to leave. And I told John, I said, it's the Harley or me. And it's like that country song. John basically said, I'm going to miss you. You know, and he bought the Harley, and I packed up the van, the kids, the cat, and the dog, and as much as I could load, and out I went. We really thought that just because we didn't divorce, we didn't fight in front of the kids, that the kids would be fine. And the truth is, the hurt stretches all the way down. We were separated 7 years. We had a setback with my daughter, and we both ended up trying to put our heads together, as parents do. You know, you're separated or you're divorced, but when there's a problem that addresses one child, that sometimes will pull you together.
It's like, you know, what kind of parents have we been? We're sitting in an emergency room going, wow, I found myself looking on the internet for a church. Walked through the door on Sunday. 2 days later, on Tuesday night, there was a recovery meeting at that church. I was encouraged to come. I went, and that was June 5th of 2012, and that's when I recommitted my life to Christ.
We started talking about maybe dating again or giving it another try, and we did. We still had a lot of problems because we still had a lot of baggage because we hadn't really attended any counseling or gotten any type of professional help.
Our pastor,
yes,
actually, that said, all right, you guys, you got to move on to a little bit
right,
more professional.
We can't help you anymore.
Move up.
He did. Our pastor actually said, John and I were in the middle of an argument, and he was trying to help us, and in the middle of it he said, I can't help you guys anymore. I've got a number for you, and it was the Marriage Resource Center,
yeah,
Frederick. John and I started seeing our mentors, and...
You remember the first meeting that we went to?
I did not want to go.
Wow.
I really didn't, I wasn't, and we had switched positions. John wanted to go, and I wasn't really sure I wanted to go.
I was already.
And I was kind of rolling my eyes about it, and we were in the car, we argued all the way up to the counseling center. And then we went inside, and we met with the mentors, and we never laughed so hard at ourselves and with them. Somebody had
done it before,
had been in our
right,
shoes.
This ain't new.
They were familiar with it. They experienced the same things that we did.
Right.
Went through the same trials that we did. And we felt like no one was judging us. I think we went to the Resource Center for about a year. And then it was time for us to kind of move on and try it on our own. And we knew that we could always come back. We kept in contact. We could always reach out, and we did. Several months later, we would run into a problem, and again, we would call and meet with our mentors again to put our marriage back together and our family. I mean, even though our kids are in college now, it still means so much to our kids. It really, and our families. I mean, our families are so grateful to have us back as a family. Once we got on the right path, and I think the Marriage Resource Center really got us on the right path. then it seemed like door after door after door just kept opening for us in the right direction.
We're starting over, we're starting our relationship, we're starting our marriage back together. We've got a new opportunity, we've got a new life, we've got a new experience to live. We've been restored, we've been reconciled, we've been renewed.
We really are thankful to God and also to the Marriage Resource Center for helping us put it back together.
Yeah.
And it's worth putting back together. I mean, you know, a lot of people, our friends and our family had given up on us. It didn't look like anything. We'd given up on ourselves, you know, basically. Yeah. So now it's realizing that it really was worth putting back together.